Okay, this is exercise 5.6. We're going to look at solving for quadratic equations which we factorize using either cross methods, so either the non-monic or monic type, and factorizing by completing square. We're also going to learn something called the quadratic formula. Okay, so let's work on 1 and 2 first, which is just solving either by cross method or completing the square. We're ignoring splitting the middle term, because that's usually too complicated. Okay, we'll do 1a. Got 3x squared minus 4x minus 4 equals 0. All I'm doing is I need to factorize this using cross method, then solve it, okay? So possibilities are 3x and x, because 3 is a prime number. You've got negative 4, 1, 1, negative 4, negative 1, 4, 4, negative 1, and 2, 2, 2, 2, negative, I guess it doesn't really matter, you can have negative, negative there, okay? Alright, so check the factors, check which it works. We want a negative 4 to begin with, so that doesn't work. That doesn't work. Get negative 7. That doesn't work. We get too positive a number. This negative 4, negative 3 plus 4 won't work. Let's try. That doesn't work. So this works because 3 times negative 2 is negative 6. Negative 6 plus 2 is negative 4. So that works. So we've got 3x plus 2, read across, x minus 2 equals 0. So x would equal negative 2/3 and 2. Alright, so basically question 1 is all about the cross method. You got to check which one works, which combination works, and you've got to solve it. In the test, it will actually tell you which method to use, okay? We'll do 2a. Solve each of these ones by completing the square. So 11x equals 0. I'm going to factorize it first because I don't want a number in front of the x squared. So you go x squared minus 6x plus 11 on 2. Now the good thing about these is that because 2 is multiplied by the factor, you can divide both sides by 2. What happens is that 2 goes away, disappears, and 0 divided by 2 is still 0. Okay, so essentially you can get rid of the 2 so you don't have to deal with more brackets than you need to, and you just factorize this part using complete the square method. So you go x minus 3 squared minus 3 squared, negative 3 squared is positive 9. You drop the 11 on 2 equals 0. So we get x minus 3 squared. Okay, so we've got to make the 9 over 2. So that's 18 over 2. Negative 18 over 2 plus 11 over 2 is negative 7 over 2. Okay, so you've got to be able to do this type of addition or subtraction in your head. Alright, so am I right what I've done now? Negative 9 is the same as negative 18 over 2 plus 11 over 2, which is 7 over 2. Negative 7 over 2, okay? I use dots. I can use dots because that's a minus, okay? So, and that's not a square number, so you can make it a square number by using a surd. So you go negative root 7 over root 2, x minus 3 plus root 7 over 2 equals 0, x equals, okay, null factor law, either that equals 0, so 3 equals, x equals 3 plus root 7 over 2, or x equals 3 minus root 7 over 2. Yeah. I'm not sure if the book does this. They may put it on common denominator, so if they put that over 2, that's 6 plus root 7 over 2, or 6 minus root 7 over 2. So just check, I'll accept both answers. Right? Alright, let's do one more. We'll do 3D. 2D. 2D, we've got 3x squared plus 10x plus 1 equals 0. Again, I need to take a 3 out because for complete the square method you need the number in front of the x squared to be positive 1. Okay. If you have a negative, you need to take a negative out. 10 on 3x plus a third. Okay, this is going to be nasty because we have a lot of fractions. Okay, I'm going to divide both sides by 3, thereby getting rid of it. Okay, 0. I'm going to halve that. Okay, so that'll be 10 over 6 squared. Okay, that's 10 over 6. Half of 10 over 3 is 10 over 6. Subtract 100 over 36 plus a third equals 0. Okay, so I'm dropping that, essentially. Now, this isn't easy to work out, so we've got to find out that, what do 36 and 13 both go into? Okay, 36 and 13. Oh, sorry, 36 and 3 both go into 36, okay? Because 3 times 12 is 36. Okay, so negative 100 plus 12 over 36. So it's negative 88. So doing in my head, negative 88 over 36 equals 0. Now we can simplify the fractions in both of them. Okay, so that becomes 5 over 3. 10 over 6 is the same as 5 over 3. This can 88 on 36 can simplify to 44 over 18, which is simplified to 22 over 9. Okay, so minus 22 over 9 equals 0. I go x plus 5 over 3 using dots. There's a minus there, so it works. Minus root 22 over the square root of 9 is 3. X minus 5 over 3 plus root 22 over 3 equals 0. Okay, so I factorize this, double factor law, as that equals 0, that equals 0. So x equals 5 over 3 plus root 22 over 3, or x equals 5 over 3 minus root 22 over 3. So I just do the opposite signs of these, okay? I can combine them to make it look nicer. X plus root 22 over 3, or x equals 5 minus root 22 over 3, and we're done. Right? Now, so these aren't too bad, it's just that you've just got to be able to do fractions. If you can conquer the fractions, then you have nothing to fear. Okay, it's exactly the same as the other complete the square questions. If I want to use a quadratic formula to solve these, you've got to do this in a specific way, and I'm going to go over what a quadratic formula is. Okay, so the quadratic formula, and you'll need to remember this for the test, is that if I got a quadratic trinomial ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0, and it always has to equal 0, right? So if, let's just say I have 4x squared minus 3x equals 4, you have to always move the number to one side, or the terms to one side, so you subtract 4 from both sides to make it equal 0. So you always have to have it in that form. Okay, so quadratic formula states that if I have x squared plus bx plus c of a trinomial equals 0, then I can look at the coefficients, and my solution will always be negative b plus or minus root b squared minus 4ac on 2a. Okay, so my solutions for x will always be given by that. Okay, so all you need to do is be able to plug in the quadratic formula to solve for this type of question. So let's do an example. 3x squared minus 5x minus 4. So we'll do 3a. 3x squared minus 5x minus 4. Okay. x squared minus 5x minus 4. Okay, all you need to do is identify the coefficient of the x squared term, which is my a. So a equals 3. Coefficient of my x squared, b equals -5, c equals -4. Okay, so x equals minus b minus 5 plus or minus, following the formula, b squared is 25 minus 4 times a, my a is 3, times c is -4, all over 2 times 3. Okay, so -5 is +5, plus or minus 25. -4 times 3 is -12. -12 times -4 is +48. Okay, 6 x equals 5 plus or minus 25 plus 48, so it's almost 75 minus less 2, so 73 divided by 6. Okay, that's my answer. Okay, if you could simplify the cert, you would simplify the cert and simplify the fraction, but the correct formula basically gives me a solution by plugging in my a, b, and c numbers. All right, be careful of double negative. So in this case, we've got a double negative here, which makes it positive. Okay, so there are things to look out for. And like I said, if I had numbers that can divide into 6, I need to divide them to simplify the answer. So we'll do another one. We'll go. Okay, 2x squared minus 11x plus 6. 2x squared. Okay, we'll do 2x squared minus 11x plus 6 equals 0. So using correct formula, I'll write this is the correct formula here again. So the solution is minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Okay, so my a is the coefficient of the x squared term, 2. My b is the coefficient of the x term, -11. My c term is a constant term, which is +6. Okay, so x equals minus b minus 11 plus or minus b squared. 11 squared is 121 minus 4 times 6 times 2 over 2a, which is 4. Okay, 11 plus or minus 121. 6 4s are 24. 24 times 2 is minus 48 over 4. So we get 11 plus or minus 121 minus 48. 121 minus 41 is 81. 121 minus 40 is 81. 81 minus another 8. 81 minus another 8 is 70. 81 minus another 8 is 73. Okay, over 4. So that is basically your answer. Okay, we can't simplify that further. All right, there are scenarios where, let's just say, we get x equals 2 plus or minus root, let's just say 32 over 4, which we can simplify. So we can go, that's 16 times 2, so it's 4 root 2 over 4. And you can go say, okay, they all go to 2. 2 goes into 2 once, 2 goes into 4 twice, 2 goes into 4 twice. So you have to simplify the surds, and if there's a common factor in all of them, you can divide it out. Okay, but in this case, you can just leave it alone. So that's basically it. Memorize the correct formula, just be familiar how to use it, and yeah, and that'll give you the solution. All right. So for Okay, we don't have any tricky ones, so they're pretty straightforward in how you apply them. Okay, yeah, that's it.